And salutations. Can you hear me this time? I was talking to a blank screen for about 5 minutes there, and extending said greetings and salutations. Oh, good. I've got visual on this end that everything looks to be happening. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. I see Ned and Benny are listening, watching from up in Big Bear. I've been seeing your snowboarding, your skiing pictures on the Insta. Looks like y'all are having a great time. Hello, Zachary White. Dariana Mills, whose birthday is coming up on Monday. Is that right? Is it Monday? Yeah. Oh, cool. Nicole Pierce is here. I hope Mike is watching. Mike and I hope little Benjamin are both watching with you. The men in your life. Scrolling. Hey, Terry Smith. My mom, Pam, is here. Anna Gianavola, hello. Scrolling. Keep those. Hey, Craig Jackman. Looks like Christina was the first one to log in and say hi. Susan Kuhn. Hello, Susan. Kelsey Blaine Gibson on her way back from Disneyland. Right on. Kelsey's birthday is coming up Saturday. Is your actual birthday Saturday, or is it tomorrow? Meg Sampson is here. Christy Davila is here, but watching alone. Nick isn't home yet. Oh, Ed and Susie Marsh are watching, and today is Susie's actual birthday. So, happy birthday, Susie. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever actually done this on this show, but since today is Susie's actual birthday, I'm going to do more than just wave at Susie. Happy birthday to you. D. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Susie. Happy birthday to you. All right. I hope you and Ed are both just watching and grinning ear to ear. Okay, I was about to say gonna start off with a happy song, but I think I already did, so I'm gonna follow that with another happy song right out the gates. Right out the gates. This is a Jimmy Buffett classic. If you don't know any other Jimmy Buffett songs, then this one from 1977. This came from an album called Changes in Latitudes, Changes in Attitudes. And I always think of Catalina Island anytime I hear this song anymore. Ever since my very first trip to Catalina Island, when I met a bartender named Marnie, I still remember her name. She said her backstory was that she came over from the mainland for a weekend, and she just said, "Out of hell with it," never went back. She I don't know. I'm leaving the apartment. Her like she literally left her apartment with all of her stuff, her car. This is, by the way, a terrible thing to do to a landlord. Don't leave all your crap in there. They've got to pay to get it removed. But still, this is a good, funny story of how committed she was to just saying the hell with all the rest of it and just stayed there on the island, got a job as a bartender, And the point that I met her, that was like 20 years previous to her telling me that story. In any case, hello, Karen Oliver. And this is Margaritaville. Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bathe. All those tourists covered in oil, strumming my sixth string on my front porch swing. Smell the shrimp that began to boil. Wasted away getting to Margaritaville, searching for a man, long shaker of sauce. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault. I don't know the reason, stayed here all season. Nothing to show but this brand new tattoo. But it's a real beauty, a Mexican cutie. How it got here, I have no clue. Wasted away again in Margaritaville, searching for my long shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know, well, it could be my fault. Blew out my flip-flop, stepped on a pop top, cut my heel, had to cruise on back home. But there's booze in the blender, and soon it will render. That frozen concoction that helps me hang on. Wasting away, getting Margaritaville, searching for my long shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. Some people say that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. Yeah. All right, all right, all right. Hello, Michelle Vanderpool, Steve Boardman. Did I say hello to Terry Smith yet? I think I did. Pina Colada Berg by Coconut Pete. What the hell does that mean? Pina Colada. You should play Pina Colada Berg sometime. All right. now that I'm like scrolling up, I see a preface. So wait, honey, who was a witch from Halloween Town?
The main character's name was Marnie.
Oh, wait, what's Halloween Town?
A Disney Channel original movie that became like a cult classic.
Ah,
Halloween.
okay. Should have asked that first, I suppose. Ready. Scrolling. Well, that's not exactly right. I'm not scrolling now. So Dari's birthday is coming up Monday, right?
Yes.
Dari's birthday is coming up Monday. And hello, Katie. Hello. Hello, Barbara Boardman. Cool. The numbers are creeping up. This would be a great time. Hank Sinatra Jr. That's funny. This would be a great time to click share. Share this out to the social medias. And yes, thank you, Ed Marsh. Please remember to hit the triple header. Click thumbs up. Click save to watch later. And click share. All the things help bring folks here. Hank Sinatra, that's still making me laugh. Who is? I didn't even see. I saw people greeting Hank Sinatra. I didn't even see someone log.
Junior.
It's Hank Sinatra Jr. I didn't even see anyone logged in as that. I just see people
Good.
like.
I like that.
I see people like acknowledging the person. That's a clever login. Hello, Karen Oliver. If I didn't say hi to Karen. So, Dari's birthday coming up on Monday. As I recall, this is Dari's favorite non-BTS song. Maybe her favorite song of all time, but definitely her favorite non-BTS song. Hey, Hank Sinatra Jr. with the super chat. I see that. Thank you very much, Hank. Very kind. Presumably, sir. I'm going to just guess a pronoun on this. So, all right. You'll know this song. It needs no introduction. This song just dominated the radio. I don't know, like maybe 15 years ago now, 20 years ago. I don't know. I don't remember how long ago. I won't call it classic rock, but it's classic something. This is by Train. Drops of Jupiter. Drops of Jupiter in a hey. She acts like sun, and she walks like rain. Reminds me that there's time to change. Since every time I say I'm she listens like spring. She talks like June. Hey. Tell me, did you sail across the sun? Did you make it to the Milky Way and see the lights on faded? That heaven is overrated. Tell me, did you fall for a shooting star? One without a permanent scar. Did you miss me while you were looking for yourself out there? hey, hey, hey. She checks out moments of what she does Zumbo. Reminds me that there's time to grow. Hey, 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 hey. Now that she's back in the atmosphere, I'm afraid that she might take me as plain old Jane told the story about a man who was too afraid to fly so left didn't land. Tell me, did the wind sweep you off your feet? Did you finally get the chance to dance along the light of day? Head back to the Milky Way. Tell me, did Venus blow your mind? Was it everything you wanted to find? And did you miss me while you were looking for yourself out there? Can you imagine no love, pride, deep fried chicken? Your best friend always sticking up for you. Even when I know you're wrong, can you imagine no rust dance, freeze dried romance, 5-hour phone conversation, best soy latte that you ever had? And tell me, did the wind sweep you off your feet? Did you finally get the chance to dance along the light of day? Head back to the Milky Way. Tell me, did you sail across the sun? Did you make it to the Milky Way to see the lights on faded? That heaven is overrated. Tell me, did you fall for a shooting star? Born without a permanent scar. Did you miss me while you were looking for yourself? Na 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 na. Hey, na na. Say na 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 na. Yeah. Oh, na 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 na. Oh yeah, na 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 na. All right. Christina, thank you for the super chat.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Oh, good. Susie, thanks you for all the birthday. Thanks you all for the birthday wishes. That's lovely. Yeah, Ed. Yeah. No, I would not be on set right now with Omicron doing what it's doing. Fortunately, the shoot that I had shaved for was in the week before Thanksgiving. And just as a precaution, I got my booster, and I timed before that, and I had timed when I got my booster toward when all of the published medical literature said that antibody production would be at its peak. So I timed that out so that I'd be peaking my antibodies when I was on set. And yeah, the videos are not out and released yet, but I did see a rough cut of one of the videos, and yeah, it looked fun. Yeah, so it's a silly country music video. We're all like dancing and in airport hangars and silliness. It's just country silliness. That's just the best description for it. Hello, Angelica Bolschweiler. Also new, at least part-time resident to Big Bear. Dari, you're very welcome. You're very, very, very welcome. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I think I'll move on to. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, it's time for this request. We have a. Christy, what do you mean by my class had its first close contact reported today? Does that mean like somebody in the class that you're teaching has COVID, or like someone in that class was exposed to someone? I'm not sure what that means exactly. I'd like to know. I have a lot of friends who who are teachers. One of my students tested positive. Were you exposed to that student? Would be the next question. How is all that going? And did they tell you? Did the administration tell you? I'm curious also how you found out, because we live in this. Patient privacy is important, but contact tracing is so much more important. We live in this weird, litigious society where contact tracing seems to fall into this optional umbrella of sometime paranoia. And like people are just kind of like, no, I should be free to infect as many people as I want. But as I recall, Christy, you teach elementary school, right? It's probably not as complicated as that, I hope. No, Terry, I have not gotten an alert on my phone telling me that I was exposed. I would also be curious if that's happening. I mean, if you can do Amber Alerts, and if I can get excessive wind warnings as I do, I'm sure I could get notifications for whether I was exposed to someone with COVID in my circle. Okay, so Christy's saying admin tells us we were exposed, but it's easy to figure out by elimination. I'm vaxxed and boosted, so I go to work as long as I don't have symptoms. Okay. Ed has a trick that he uses to protect himself. As soon as I get to work, I hold my breath for the next 8 hours. Yeah. All right. Christy says doesn't really work with kindergartners. Okay. So. We have a very regular viewer, Svetlana, who watches every LoveCast, even if she does not chime in the chat. She frequently watches within an hour or two. She'll watch a replay, but she does watch every week. And she had a request. And it's a really good one. So this this song was made popular by Chris Stapleton in the last 3 years or so, pre-pandemic, I believe. but it was originally written by the writing team of Dean Dillon and Linda Hargrove. This song is called Tennessee Whiskey. Used to spend my night inside in the barroom. Liquor was the only love I'd ever known. But you rescued me from reaching for a bottle and brought me back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay strong on your love all the time. I've looked for love in all the same old places. Find the bottom of the bottle always dry. But when you poured out your heart, I didn't waste it. 'Cause there's nothing like your love to get me high. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. And honey, I stay strong on your love all the time. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay strong on your love all the time. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, good lyrics, right? Like surprisingly, like any good country. I shouldn't say any good country. Like most good classic country. The lyrics are simple, insightful, and concise. Um, well, thank you very much, Hank Sinatra. Oh, damn it! I clicked the wrong thing. I just deleted Terry Smith's applause. I was trying to click approve. Um, so whomever at the Vaudacity network is making the link and the thumbnail these days, I would appreciate a like a lifting of the of the what do you call that, censorship of these things, of the chat. I mean, even with a few Russian bots that get through, um, I loved that I was watching somebody else's show a few nights ago. I forget who, and Christina like even greeted the hi Russian bot. It was like that just made me laugh.
Tonight too.
Well, thank you. I didn't see that tonight, but a couple of nights ago, that made me laugh out loud when I saw that in the chat. That just, I sincerely laughed my ass off. Okay, so I'm grateful for all the folks watching. Why would applause need to be approved? I think because it's like the repetition of a single symbol probably triggers something in the algorithm that goes, hey, this might be a thing. Because no matter how good artificial intelligence has gotten, artificial intelligence still has problems interpreting context. Like your AI bot that can beat any human in chess or Jeopardy still has trouble with basic questions like, is this a picture of a cat or a dog? And you know, yeah, AI just still has problems with these things. But I wanted to say a quick thank you to the folks that dipped into, or dipped into? No, that means taking out of. That dropped into the virtual tip jar last week and the week before for LoveCast 87 and LoveCast 88. Those folks were Ed and Susie Marsh, Josepha Snyder, Nick and Christy Davila, Benny Shoyan and Ned Clark, Emily Thatcher, and one anonymous donor. And then from last week were also Ed and Susie Marsh, also Emily Thatcher, and also an anonymous donor. So thank you very much. And Gatherer and the Clean Jills. Hi. I don't think I've seen that login before. What is an overpass? Is there any context to that? An overpass typically is a stretch of road or highway that is paved on top of a bridge that, in my hometown, for example, went over train tracks. It was an overpass. So, just while I'm paused and expressing gratitude for things, I'm going to crowdsource this question here. I may need a lawyer, and I want to know if anyone out there has. Thank you, Daria. I have my live chat on now. I'd like to know if anybody out there has any recommendations of a lawyer, maybe even a lawyer that does like pro bono type, of like making the world a better place type work. I've been getting harassed by the homeowners association, or maybe it's really the management company, for practicing guitar out on my balcony in the afternoons on Thursdays before the LoveCast. And they're like threatening fines and things like that. And I'm like, I don't want to live in a community where a person cannot sit on a balcony and play an unamplified instrument and sing in the middle of the daytime. That just does not sound right to me. And honestly the only feedback that I get in real time from the neighbors. This actually made me heartwarm and smile yesterday. There was a girl, she looked to be about Everly's age. That's Paul's daughter. She's probably about 7, and she was kind of like waving at me through the bars of a railing from a building across the way from mine. And when I waved back, she said, "I just wanted to let you know I've been over here dancing to your music." This is while I'm out on the balcony practicing for tonight's LoveCast. So even the practicing for this show makes the world a better place, and it does not seem like it should be the case that one bad apple or one complaining party should be able to shut that down. So, um, no, David, I don't have a copy of the bylaws, but I'm sure I could figure that out. And I don't even know how seriously at this point. Like, I don't even know how seriously the management is taking this. I, I'm really in an okay place with all this. I don't want to make it sound like this is like ruining my life and blah blah blah. It just suddenly occurred to me in a moment of gratitude, quite literally, where we have all these folks here in the community that we might be able to crowdsource someone such as Perry Mason, who might be really good at this sort of thing. Gatherer in the Clean Jill says I was referring to the commercial of the robot trying to complete a CAPTCHA. That's kind of funny because every time every time I see a CAPTCHA that says "Are you a robot?" and then asks like some kind of like generic sorts of context based questions that a bot would not be able to do, for some reason in my mind I hear my drummer asking, "You asking me if I'm a robot, motherfucker? You a robot? What are you doing?" I can't not hear Brian Lara's voice in my head, retorting to robot inquiries by robots. All right. So I will go through the answers in the chat with a fine tooth comb later, particularly if anybody has a particularly insightful response there. Meantime, let's go on. Denny Crane. Denny Crane does not work for free and does not make the world a better place, I believe. Yeah, I know what you mean, Ed Marsh. Some people work nights and sleep days. It can be tough. But I'm playing quieter than the groundskeeper's leaf blowers. I'm playing a lot quieter than the beeping of the garbage trucks. I'm definitely playing quieter than the construction. There's that, like, I don't complain about any of these things, and I'm not complaining about these things now, but there was somebody, out there with a drill 3 minutes before the show tonight, which meant that it was like 5:57 and there's construction happening. So like I am by far not the loudest thing in the neighborhood. The leaf blowers really get me. Those wake me up in the morning. God, I hate those damn things. But I don't call and complain because that's the kind of community that I want to live in, where people don't call and complain. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. That sounds like that might be relevant. Yeah, and I'm not playing after hours. I'm not playing amplified. I'm literally like on my own balcony at like 2 in the afternoon in the broad daylight, and the noise complaint was playing guitar and singing, what are you gonna do? I don't know. That would be lovely, Karen. Thank you. Because my only neighbor's feedback were the 7-year-old girl that I told you about from yesterday, and last week on the same day that someone complained, someone else literally came out onto their balcony just to applaud between songs and then step back inside. It was like, that's very positive. Okay, anyway, enough about all this. I think I'm going to jump to an 80s song. This was from 1988. The album was Open Up and Say Ah by the group Poison. This is Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
We both lie silent still in the dead of the night. Although we both lie close together, we feel miles apart inside. Was it something I said, something I did, but my words did not come out right? Though I tried not to hurt you, though I tried, but I guess that's why we say every rose has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn, just like every cowboy sings a sad song. Every rose has its thorn. Listen to a favorite song playing on the radio. Hear the DJ say love's a game of easy come, easy go. But I wonder, does he know? Has he ever felt like this? And I'm hoping you'll be here right now. If I couldn't let you know somehow, I guess every rose has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn, just like every cowboy sings a sad song. Every rose has its thorn. Though it's been a while now, I can still feel so much pain, like a knife that cuts through the wound piece, or the sky will remain. Saved our love that night if I known what to say. Instead of making love, we both made our separate ways. Now, here you found somebody new that I never meant that much to you. To hear that tears me up inside, hate to see you cuts me like a knife. I guess every rose has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn, just like every cowboy sings a sad song. Every rose has its thorn.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Zachary. Oh, Susan. Woohoo, saw them in concert in 1989. Wow. So that must have been, man, what was that? What was that song about Jesus and the neon lights? And, what the hell was that song? It was their follow-up rock ballad to Every Rose Has Its Thorn. And it was, it's just not coming to mind. That is going to drive me nuts now. It's, you take the high road and I'll take the low road. Wow, what the hell was that? I'm not even getting the key right now. Thank you, Amanda Benjamin. And hello. Yeah, Zach, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and I've not listened to the original in a really long time, but I think that was a 12-string on the original album, playing that acoustic part. Seems like it. Something to Believe In. Oh my God, the song just popped into my head. Yeah. And give me something to believe in. If there's a roof, if there's a Lord above, give me something to believe in. Sometimes I wish to God I didn't know now things I didn't know then. Might even be in the same key, I'm not sure. All right, I usually like to play this earlier in the set than I'm doing tonight, but hey, somebody make a note for me. Zach, I'd love to hear you do Garth Brooks' song "The River." I don't know that song. I'd love to just take a listen to it and see if I could do it some justice. Yeah. Terry's got some lyrics from Something to Believe In. Well, I see him on the TV preaching about the promised land. Tells me believe in Jesus, steals the money from my hands. Yeah. Oh man, the cynicism of the late '80s before the televangelists really, really got big. Why am I still in this shirt? Because it still smells like you, Paul. There's like 20 people that are creeped out right now that have absolutely no context for that. All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to The River. And in any case, this is an original from Hunter and the Dirty Jacks. I'm glad I was not being harassed for playing music on the balcony at the cabin at the time, because, I wrote the lyrics to this one up in Big Bear on that balcony. This one is Highway 1. Man, I'm already playing this off. I'm playing this more like Every Rose Has Its Thorn. I gotta get the right song in my head. Rivers, my dancer left me. Could have been a worse surprise.
It made sunset a little bit gloomy, but we were on before sunrise. And the love bus doors flew open, sailing north on Highway 1. I know you heard he's a different man on tour, but honey, he's just begun. And I won't win them all over, but I'm near 500 tracks, and we're playing tonight down in Monterey, the Sterling Consolation Prize. And the love bus doors flew open, sailing north on Highway 1. I know you heard he's a different man on tour, but honey, he's just begun. And sometimes while we're naked on stage, your phone lights up your indifference 3 feet away. So far away. So far away. Now my glass is not half empty, but it could be just a little bit wetter. See, it sure means doing nothing, but doing something would be better. And the love bus doors flew open, sailing north on Highway 1. I know you heard he's a different man on tour, but honey, he's just begun. I know you heard he's a different man on tour, but honey, he's just begun.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, indeed. Good memories. Good memories abound. The River by Good Charlotte. I don't suppose that's like a cover of the Garth Brooks song, would it be? Is it different? Is it a different river? I'd be curious to hear that as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, The River by Bruce. Yeah, that's a. Terry, please tell me the correct first line of Highway 1. The first line is, "When at first my dancer left me, it could have been a worse surprise." I think that. Thank you, Zach. That song was like, or at least the lyrics came out of a strange time of, I don't want to say indifference, because it was kind of like a gratitude for the things that are going well, but sort of a this can't be all there is to life. Like we were playing in this. We were literally. I was, as you can tell, I had been seeing an actual dancer, and neither one of us were that extraordinarily passionate about the. It was just kind of like, this is happening. It's better than being alone, I suppose, but this isn't like the relationship of a lifetime. And so, um, when at first my dancer left me, it could have been a worse surprise. Made sunset a little gloomy, but the very next morning, the tour bus was out behind my condo because we were taking off on a tour, and we were off before sunrise. And we've got a tour bus. That's awesome. It's so decrepit that the doors would sometimes randomly fly open while driving down the highway. Well, that ain't good and safe, but hey, we got a tour bus, and we're going to one of the most beautiful places in the world. We're going to Monterey, California, where we're going to play for an audience of like maybe 20 people in kind of like the equivalent of a business's backyard. It's a sterling consolation prize. Yeah, so it's like it could be better, but it could be a lot worse. It's not quite as good as doing something, but it's a lot better than doing nothing. And had a whole song that sort of poured out of that feel. All right, what do we want to go out on? Let's go out on something good and positive here. And yeah. All right, here's something very good and positive to leave you all with. Beatles song from 1968. Man, I do love this song. Yeah, feels like actually Almost Famous was one of my favorite movies for a lot of years, and precisely because I could so intimately relate to the characters and that movie. I saw a reference to the Tony Danza thing float by in the chat. And in all honesty, Almost Famous may have been the impetus for why I learned that Elton John song, Tiny Dancer, to begin with. They use that so extraordinarily well in that particular movie. Oh my God. Yeah, and Karen Oliver is dropping into the chat. There's a great video of Hunter and the Dirty Jacks playing Dead Flowers acoustic in the Love Bus. You guys should see it. Wow, Christina Hunter's whole life is like a movie. I haven't decided yet if this is a comedy or a tragedy, but I guess it's not up to the characters in the movie to decide those sorts of things. So I'm going to take that and just run with it and saying, well, it's never boring. And my movie could use a better editor. And yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Okay. So I'm going to leave you all with a Beatles song. There was the itinerant string. Insert your G string jokes here, but it was my A string that was slightly out. All right.
Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart, then you can start to make it better. Hey Jude, don't be afraid. You were made to go out and get her. The minute you let her under your skin, then you begin to make it better. Anytime you feel pain, hey Jude, refrain. Don't carry the world upon your shoulder. Well, you know that it's a fool who plays it cool by making his world a little colder. Hey Jude, don't let me down. You have found her, now go and get her. Remember to let her into your heart, then you can start to make it better. So let it out and let it in. Hey Jude, begin. You're waiting for someone to perform with. Don't you know that it's just you? Hey Jude, you'll do the movement you need it on your shoulder. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. The minute you let her under your skin, then you begin to make it better, 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 better.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Patty Pinkstaff. Oh, Patty. Meg Sampson. All right. So, this is where the musical train pulls into the state. Okay. All right. So, Patty Pinkstaff, you're still here, right? Yes, she is here. She is sewing while listening. Patty has been extremely generous over the years. And I say over the years now because I never knew Patty before the pandemic. But it's been that long now. Yeah, all right. I had planned on playing this particular song. I'll do one more. I planned on playing this particular song if Patty was listening and watching. And since she is and was and is, I just happen to remember that this is a very special song to Patty. As a matter of fact, I think I played this song for the first time on a LoveCast because Patty was going through a rough time, and someone else requested this as one of Patty's favorite songs on Patty's behalf. And so the one more is going to be this song. This is called Wild Horses by the Rolling Stones. Yes, it was JoJo.
Childhood living is easy to do. The things that you wanted, bought them for you. Graceless lady aching pain. Now you decided to show me the same. No sweeping exits or on stage lines can make me feel bitter. I treat you unkind. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses couldn't drag me away. I know I dreamed you a sin and a lie. I have my freedom, but I don't have much time. Faith has been broken, tears must be cried. Let's do some living after we've died. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses we're right there someday.
All right. Thank you very much. Wish I had a camera angle available so that you could actually, I could leave the camera running and you could see a close up on the fire. In any case, I just want to encourage you all to say goodnight to each other and continue to bolster this community of love that has come together in no small part around the Vaudacity network, and particularly to the folks that have been listening to the LoveCasts since April of 2020. Wow. Heading into the second year. So, I'm going to jump off now and see if I can drag Christina here out for like maybe a 12-mile bike ride or so. I love you all. Thank you very much. Good night.